Now, before I was such a big David's Tea reviewer, the one iced tea that kind of got me into the iced tea game, like many of us as a young kid, was Arizona. So I figured, after seeing this flavor and seeing another flavor I'm going to review in the future, I might as well go back to my roots and see what these actually taste like. Now, Arizona is an American tea company that is known for its, tall boy 99-cent cans of different varieties of iced tea. So what I picked up today, which I've never seen or even heard before, is Arizona's African Rooibos red tea. Now, Rooibos tea isn't necessarily a tea. Rooibos is a different type of plant that makes it an herbal tea. There's no caffeine in Rooibos, and it usually has a nice, earthy taste to it. Now, one thing I noticed that I kind of want to go into from the get-go is, for some reason, and we'll read it because it's a little paragraph there, the back of this can has a picture of Nelson Mandela. Now, many of you probably already know who Nelson Mandela is. If you don't, he was like a leader and a revolutionary in Africa throughout the 1900s. Now, it says Nelson Mandela was a South African anti-apartheid leader, nonviolent activist and philanthropist who served as South Africa's first democratically elected president. We are proud to celebrate the great work of Nelson Mandela's long walk to freedom school and literacy project, benefiting thousands of underprivileged children and community members. Alright, so I guess this is just made to kind of support them? I'm not really sure. It says they're supporting them, but I don't know if they're just throwing him on there before that. Now, it does say naturally caffeine-free, shake well, refrigerate after opening. Now, when we look at the ingredients, let's see. We have premium brewed rooibos and chamomile teas using filtered water, cane sugar, citric acid, and ascorbic acid. Now, that's kind of cool that there's not a lot of random ingredients in here. When it comes to sugar, each can only has 33 grams, which isn't terrible. It's all added sugar, though. And, I guess it's tea. It's 140 calories per container, which is probably mostly coming from the cane sugar and whatnot, because regular tea is 0 to 10 calories per serving. So let's crack this open. I do like the can design. Arizona's always been great for coming up with different types of can designs, different types of flavors. And, for years I was able to try out Arizona flavors before they hit the market, because I had a friend who worked for the company and they would get samples, and it was cool. So shout out to you. Now, this has been one of the first new flavors I've seen in years. I don't know how new this is, but I saw it, I had to grab it, only $1. So let's see. Offhand, it does give off a Rooibos and chamomile tea scent, which isn't a strong scent. It's very herbal, very earthy, as I mentioned earlier. And it's basically exactly what I expected. So let's take a couple sips. So it's definitely an interesting flavor. In a weird way, it comes off a little thick tasting, but not thick in texture. It has kind of a milky flavor to it, I think. But I think that could be the way chamomile's flavor is interacting with the Rooibos, because Rooibos has a very, to me, a dry, kind of grassy taste, and chamomile always has a nice smoothness. So that's probably what's combining it. Overall, it is refreshing. The tea complexion isn't overly sugary, but you can definitely taste the sugar in there. But you can also definitely overwhelmingly taste the tea flavors in there. So it's a nice mix. I prefer my teas with no sugar, so this is a little out of my realm here when it comes to tea. But I do believe, for $1, this is pretty good. And, like I said, if you're caffeine sensitive, you're going to want to obviously try this one if you can, because no caffeine's in it. So it's definitely just a nice drink that, ice cold, it comes off really good. I definitely wouldn't recommend drinking this warm. I just feel like it would give off an interesting flavor. But cold, it's fine. And for what it's worth, I think Arizona's done an interesting job kind of going a little out of their realm, because usually they're known for their black teas, their fruity flavored teas, their green tea. And their white tea, I think this is like the first Rooibos and chamomile tea they're actually putting out there. And I'll give them like, 2 thumbs up for the attempt because it's good. For a tea that's $1, for a tea that's local to me, I mean, Arizona's out of Woodbury, New York. I'm in Jersey, so it's not that bad. I don't know, like I said, how widespread this flavor is. However, for what it is, and the fact that they are supporting basically the Freedom School and the Literacy Project to help underprivileged people be educated in a world where we need very much education. And clearly I need to go back to school because that wasn't even like a proper sentence. But in a world where we need more educated people, I believe, because, knowledge is power. I definitely give it to Arizona. I'm actually kind of loving this now because Rooibos tea, to me, is one of my favorite herbal teas just because of the flavor. Chamomile is naturally relaxing. And together, they're both teas that are good for you. So check this one out, if you can. If you've had it, leave your thoughts on the comment section below. As always, thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe. I think I'm going to get back to these tea reviews a little bit. I picked up a few different cans of the Arizona ones that I had never seen before. As well as I have another iced tea brewing from David's Tea. So, we're about to get tea in this. Like I said, thank you for watching, guys. Until next time, leave your thoughts down below. I'll catch you later. Have a good one.